Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much to all my subscribers and everybody that comments. Once again, you guys are making this channel worth it. If you don't believe me, look in the comments. If you have any additional questions, look in the comments first. They're probably answered. Everybody puts their opinions down there. I really appreciate that. You're giving the viewers even more insight on the boards. It's not just one person's opinion, it's everybody's opinion. So thank you very much for that. As you can see in the title, I finally got the Verreal in, so I'm excited about that. For this video, I'm going to do three things. I'm going to address the elephant in the room about the buying process of the Verreal. Then I'm going to give my initial thoughts and first impressions of the board. Then I'm going to take you guys along with me for the very first inaugural ride. So let's get into it. So from day one when I started this channel, I said that I was going to be open and honest, and today no exception. So I'm going to go through the buying experience of buying the Verreal RS. I'm going to give you the facts, I'm going to let you formulate your own opinion, and then I'm going to throw my comments and my opinion in at the end. So here are the facts. On 2 July, I ordered the board. On 14 July, I asked for an update. On 14 July, Vic responds saying that they were a problem with the ESCs and that it would ship this week. On 23 July, I asked for another update. 24 July, Vic responds and said that it was sent out. On 23 July, I get a tracking number that day or the next day. It was shipped by boat and it should take about 30 days to get here. On 13 August, I asked for another update, didn't receive an answer. 16 August, I sent another email asking for an update, still no answer. 24 August, I went on to Verreal website and filled out another contact us questionnaire, sent it asking for an update, still no answer. On 27 August, I sent a fourth email to Verreal, still no answer. That's when Don Juan got involved. So Don Juan, he has his own YouTube channel. We're friends on YouTube. We support each other on YouTube channels. Well, he has a good working relationship with Vic, so he got involved and started reaching out to Verreal himself. Thank you very much, Don Juan, for that. I don't know why I got an answer, but right after you got involved, I got an answer. So thank you very much for that. On 27 July, I get an email asking for my phone number and being told that somebody will reach out to me. On 28 August, sorry, Vic reached out to me. We talked over the phone. He couldn't give me any updates right then and there, but he said that he would send me an email, and he did. He followed it up with an email. He gave me a tracking number finally, but the tracking number still wasn't working because supposedly the board was on a ship and hadn't hit the coast yet. So on 2 September, the board arrived. On 3 September, I unpacked it. Sorry, I'm out on a business trip. I wasn't here when the board got here. So yesterday, I unpacked it on 3 September. I noticed that I paid for the 45T pulleys. I knew that I was going to throw cloud wheels on this board, so I bought the 45T pulley, and according to the website, the pulley were CMC aluminum. So I had paid for aluminum pulley in the box, a 45T pulley, but they were definitely plastic. I sent an email explaining all this, and today, 4 September, I still haven't received an answer back. So those are the facts. Ordered the board on 2 July, unpacked the board the board arrived at the house on 2 September. Those are the facts. Okay, so now let's talk about my personal opinions. I ordered the board on 2 July. I definitely understand that shipping is hectic and expensive. Air shipping expensive out of China to the States right now. It is the year 2020. The COVID pandemic is still out there. So I understand all of that. I'm not going to rip Verreal for it taking 2 months to get here. Did it suck? Yes. Now, here's what I don't like about the entire situation. On 2 July, I went onto their website. On 14 July, well, I went onto the website and ordered the board. On 14 July, I had to ask for an update. An update wasn't provided to me. That's a foul. You should let me know when the board ships. But lo and behold, to me, I thought that it had already shipped and they just didn't notify me. No, it hadn't shipped. So there was a problem with the ESCs. I understand that. Crap happens. You should definitely put that on the website. If you are delayed in shipping, your website should not say that it will arrive in 30 to 35 days. You should definitely change your website. But whatever. He said that it would ship this week. It didn't. It took a whole nother week to ship the board. Supposedly that's when it shipped. I don't know when it actually shipped, but that's what Verreal telling me. I'll take them at face value. So fast forward to 13 August. Now again, I'm reaching out and asking them for updates. I don't feel that I should be reaching out to them for updates at this point, especially when you held my board without telling me. When it shipped 3 weeks later than it was supposed to, I don't think that I should be reaching out for updates, and I also don't think that I should be waiting on C shipment. I opted for C shipment because it was cheaper, and because I thought that I would get the board within 30 to 35 days. If you hold the board for 2 weeks, you should probably make that right, but whatever. Here's my biggest problem. Right here, these 3 weeks in August, when I'm sending email after email, you know, I gave it a little bit of time. You got 13 August, 16 August, 24 August, and 27 August. I mean, that's a span of almost 3 weeks, right? Well, 2 weeks, I guess. That's a span of almost 2 weeks, and I never received a single answer back. I understand the shipping. I understand that crap happened. I understand that ESCs mess up. You have to wait for new batches. What I don't understand is you not getting on the computer and answering emails. You should have sent me the information. I should have never had to reach out, and then not answering me, never good. So again, thank you, Don, for helping out with that. After that, after Verreal started getting back involved, everything kind of went smoothly. So that's my opinion. I didn't like the buying process at all. Out of all the boards, the Verreal the worst, then the Wago. Those are the two worst buying processes. The Onsra and the Evolve, they were really smooth and really easy, but the Verreal went the worst. Out of all 4 of the boards that I've ordered so far, Verreal went the worst. All right, now that we address the elephant in the room, let's look at first impression of the board. So far, the deck and thick, I think everybody can see that. The deck and thick is definitely the stiffest deck that I have in all my boards so far. It's stiffer than the Onsra. The urethane wheel actually seem pretty soft. You can see it flexing. They seem pretty soft. I don't like urethane wheel, but they seem pretty good. All the screws for the most part were pretty good. There are a couple deck screws that I tried to tighten down a little bit, and it's turning the insert. So we'll see if that's a problem later down the road, but all the deck screws were pretty tight, pretty snug. The truck screws were definitely loose. I had to tighten those. I tightened the bushings only because I weigh 200 pounds and I tighten the bushing on every board that I get. Overall, I think the board looks really nice. It's surprisingly lighter, so it's a little bit lighter than the Evolve. Just picking it up, I didn't take any actual measurements, but just picking it up, it feels lighter, so that was surprising. The motors on this thing are huge. I'll throw the Evolve up here and show you in comparison, but these motors are huge. I really like the remote. The remote, it's almost identical to the Onsra remote, but it doesn't have the rubberized coating on it, doesn't have any markings or anything saying Verreal or anything. You know, the Onsra has the mark here, and then it's the Onsra on the back. This doesn't have any of that. And brand new out of the box. It has a little bit of a rattle in it, but it turns on, it works. So yeah, first impression of the board, seemed good, seemed nice. So far I like it. When you pair the remote, it's exactly like the Onsra. When you pair the remote, it asks you mile per hour or kilometer. You go through that. It asks you belt or hub. Select belt. Then it asks you wheel size. And now with the new Hobby Wing, you use the scroll wheel to scroll through the wheel size. You can go through every single millimeter, and then at the end, it asks you for your gear ratio. You get that number by taking the number of teeth on the pulley for the wheels and divide it by the number of teeth on the pulley for the motors. That's how you get your final drive. I really like that because that makes your speed and your distance actually accurate. So yeah, board looks good. I'm glad it finally showed up. I really like it. Let me throw that Evolve up there and show you the size of the motors. Okay, So there's the Evolve, there's the Verreal. Look at this size difference, man. Those motors are huge. I mean, Onsras are bigger than the Evolve, but they ain't that big. Holy cow. So yeah, all right, that's about it for the first impression. Let's go on our first ride. Let's check this out. It's flashing, you can't see it. You're gonna have to believe me on this one. So board's brand new. I mean, there's nothing on the tires, right? Just took it out of the box last night, and my remote says 18.8 miles total trip. Now I know that they had a problem with the ESC. They had to reach back out to Hobby Wing, get new ones. I wonder if this isn't a new ESC. This had to have been in a different board. Why does the odometer say 18.8 miles? No clue. Your guess is good as mine. All right, out for our very first ride. Hear that? On rough surfaces, it sounds like a rock grinder. I don't know what's rattling, but I'm gonna have to find that rattle. All right, so we're out for our inaugural ride on the Verreal. I mean, so far it feels really good. It doesn't have much concave in the deck as the Onsra does, so if you like a flatter deck, then this is a little bit flatter. The bushing feel really nice, actually. I'm not gonna really tweak them anymore right now. All right, so let's do some initial testing. Man, the brakes have some bite. Brakes have some bite. So from a dead stop, that's floored. 15, 20, 22, 23. So according to the remote, 23 miles an hour. Not too bad. Hit the brakes. I'm at 14 right now. We'll try to stop. Yeah, brakes seem really the brakes seem good, and the acceleration, I mean, the Onsra is going to beat that, especially with only a top speed of 22 with the 40Ts. I didn't put the 45s on it. This is how it came stock. 40T pulleys with a 90mm wheels. Okay, so the board isn't very loud. It's somewhere in between the Onsra and the Evolve. It's actually pretty quiet, kind of like the Evolve is. That was floored, so it's not that loud. The brakes seem predictable. They don't seem bad at all. They are a little lacking when you're going downhill. So going down hills and then trying to come to a complete stop, it coasts for a little bit longer than I'd like it to. So this thing's not going to hold you on a hill very well at all. So far it seems like a really good board for the money. I mean, obviously we're going to have to do some range tests. We're going to have to throw some cloud wheels on it. We're going to have to do all kinds of stuff. And actually, I'm going to enlist some help for this one. So I still have the Onsra, which I really enjoy riding. Like, that's my favorite board to ride. And with all the testing I've been doing, I haven't been able to ride the Onsra very much. So I'm actually going to enlist some help on this board. Also with that, this board has one of the higher weight ratings. So most of the boards say 265, you know, Even Evolve with the bamboo, they're claiming like under 250 for the max weight. So the Verreal is like 365, something like that. Look it up, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's something like 365. So I have a buddy that I go riding with. He's been riding the Wago for a while now, helping me out with that. But I have a buddy that he weighs 250 pounds. What better test than put a 250 pound rider on this, so people that are a little bit heavier know. Sorry, traffic was trying to let me across. So somebody, people that are a little bit heavier know if they can still get the mileage and stuff out of it. Now, for comparison, I'm gonna have to, you know, use the urethane wheel, do one test with me on it, one distance test with me on it, so then it's fair. But after that, I'm gonna throw 250 pounds at it and see how it does, see how far it will go, see if it holds up to the abuse of it. Yeah, I'm gonna get one more clip, because on smooth asphalt this thing sounds really good. Over cracks and on rough asphalt, this thing sounds like a dump truck going down the road. So the motors aren't loud, but the entire board is louder than heck. So I'm gonna get some video on that. I'll throw it in at the end. Yeah, so as you can see on rough asphalt and on cracks with urethane wheels, this thing's loud, not the motors, the board itself, but it'll probably benefit from some cloud wheels. Alright, so if you made it this far into the video, then you guys are my base. You guys are my base viewer. You guys are the ones that really care and watch my video all the way through. So I want to specifically ask you questions. Number one, thanks for being that base. Thanks for watching my video all the way through. And I know that you guys are the one commenting too, so thank you very much for that. Specific shout out to you guys. Okay, question for you guys is, how'd you like the video? Is this what you want to see whenever I get a new board? Just do purchasing experience, talk about my initial impression, take you on my first ride type thing? Or you want to see something different? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Appreciate you all. More to come on the Verreal RS. Thanks. Have a good one. Stay safe.